So what led you into the coaching thing? Or like, I know you had a bit of a turmoil upbringing, challenging at times. We can give the spark notes of it, but I think it's important.
So orphanage when I was really young, right? So I think I was 4 or 5 years old when I was put into an orphanage, and the orphanage was the Methodist. I'll just get this really clear: the Methodist Children's Home in Christchurch, and around that time it was 1980, and abuse was really bad. There was a girl I was sitting with at dinner. So her name was Tina. She used to sit next to us every night, and every night she would vomit into her food. And every night the people that cared for us would make her eat her dinner, including her vomit. For some reason, one night I was sick, and I was sick in my dinner. And I was kind of sweating, right? Like, I obviously don't want to be eating my dinner. So I snuck off, threw my dinner down the toilet, came back, and it was like, got away with it. It turns out that someone in the orphanage told on me, and I was being bathed at the time. And my carer picked me up out of the bath as a wet child and started beating me, saying, "Why didn't you say something?" And I think from that point in my life, it was kind of like I started to shut down around communicating. You know, like, it's not good to speak, and tell the truth. And it's not good to get caught doing certain things as well. But I think it just stunted my ability to communicate. As I grew up, it had this profound impact on myself, how I communicated. I got in trouble with the police a lot when I was younger. I actually left school when I was 14 years old. It wasn't until I went through a whole bunch of trouble that I ended up outdoor guiding, being vocal, being happy, being jovial, loving, empathy towards other people. And that was the strength that I started working on. And my boss one day said to me, "Right, we're going to have to get you up on stage in front of people." And I remember that experience. It was just horrendous.
Yeah.
Right? It was a horrible experience. I'd been watching people do it so well for so long before me. I knew I could do it as well, but there was that barrier in between, which kind of took me back to my childhood of, why didn't you say anything? So it kind of just grew from there, what I was doing, and then it went into corporate industry. I had a really natural ability to work well, transitioning from outdoor guiding to working with the police.
Oh yeah.
So full circle,
You knew them well, probably with your bad past.
Oh, me and the police, we'll get on great. What was interesting is my boss brought me in because of my background in outdoor guiding, and the police were just going through a transitional phase of implementing performance coaching. And prior to me, they'd been using, your standard management training. And management training had a philosophy that when it came to coaching, performance coaching, you let people make mistakes. And the police didn't really deal with that very well, because they were kind of like, if we let someone make a mistake, someone dies, we are on the front page of the newspaper, it looks bad. And I come in and I'm like, totally. In my background as an outdoor guide, we're putting American students off a 200-foot cliff. We don't sort of let the harness slip off and have them die and then go, "Oh, so what would you have done differently?" So when I came in, they were like, finally, someone who gets it. So I kind of coached from that place. From there, I went into TEDx in Christchurch, where I became not many people know this, TEDx is a voluntary role. So I became the volunteer speaker coach for TEDxChristchurch. And then that leads into, just being apparently really good at bringing these stories out of other people. And so it kind of carried on from there, which then went into Lilia, my sparkly sort of claim to fame for New Zealand's #1 speaker coach, because of the outcomes that I got with Lilia.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the most, so it was a horrible experience that happened to you, but one of the most valuable things to come out of that is that hardship and understanding that you would have got. There sounds like there's an intense motivation for you to help facilitate people communicating in the way that they want to be heard.